Thank you for choosing to join the conversation. Welcome, first time listeners and the Ignite the U crew. Just so you remember, this is your podcast, and the content that you want fuels the show. With that, leave your comments here on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All the links are at the bottom of the page. Just scroll down. We have a great show for you today and hope ignites the conversation with you. Good day, Igniters. I am here with my children because I wanted to have a candid conversation with kids about what happens to them at school. A lot of times we don't know. The teachers will send home good reports. The kids won't say anything. Everything was fine. So I just wanted to maybe give some insight on what happens at school by talking to my children. So today I have Xavier. I'm introducing my 7-year-old. He's in first grade. Say hello.
Hello.
And I'm also introducing my daughter with my same name, Ayana, and she's 11 in the 6th grade.
Hi.
So you guys, I really wanted to have a conversation about what you consider bullying is. Xavier, go first.
I think bullying is pushing around and getting picked on and what your size and people saying what your size is.
And what do you think bullying is?
When people talk about when people constantly judge you about how you look or what you do or what your problems are.
And do you think that there are more people that are bullying now than, or has bullying been the same the whole time you've been in school?
It has gotten a little bit bigger at my school.
It has been getting a little bit bigger and bigger because more of the kids that want to look a little bit cooler start to be like, okay, so blah, 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 I'm going to judge you or whatever, and I'm going to let my friend do it. That is like friends become friends, and as they become more friends, they become bullies as well.
So as it's getting bigger and bigger, as you guys say, or worse and worse at your schools, do you feel the need that it's time to stand up and say something, or are you still okay with it enough not to tell?
I'm okay with it enough not to tell.
And why are you okay with it not to tell? Because, I mean, there are some serious situations that happen with kids. They get depressed, and there's a little boy that was your age that he didn't do the right thing one time. So what I'm saying is with bullying, how do you handle it?
By handling it, if it was to be like super bad, you could go tell your parents. Or as like if you were to go tell your teacher and didn't do anything, you could go tell your parents or the principal or somebody, so you could go to the counselor's office or something, so you can get it worked out and everything.
But why aren't the kids telling? What makes them so afraid to tell? More bullying? I mean, how bad can it get?
It can get to where it's like they can find out why or find out why you told them. It's called snitching, if you've heard of it.
Oh, the snitches get stitches theory. Is that how you feel about it too, Xavier?
Yep.
Well, I mean, for me, bullying has always been around. I was a nerd kid. I was also very, very young when I started school and finished school. So I didn't have a whole lot of people to relate to. And I was a small kid, like you said, about the size. So what do you do to make yourself feel better after you've been bullied?
Just try to cheer yourself up.
How do you do that, though?
Let your parents cheer yourself up.
Okay, and how do you cheer yourself up?
I like to draw, I like to sing and stuff. I kind of watch YouTube videos, and sometimes I'd buy some slime from my friends or something and just kind of play with that. But, or sometimes I would kind of just, after school or something, when it's time to go to bed, I'd start, like, crying and being like, okay, I gotta let this out a little bit. So I cry and cry and cry until it's, like, gone.
Do you think that the no bullying policy at the schools helps at all?
No.
Why not?
Because even though they say it's like a law now, it's called Miss David's Law, I think.
Yeah.
It still doesn't help. It just encourages them to break the rules some more because or people like that like to break the rules, and they don't stop even though after you tell them to. They keep continuing and continuing to do the wrong thing.
So you guys honestly don't think that maybe some of these bullies that you guys have at your school aren't being bullied somewhere else, and they're kind of taking it out on you guys, and when you don't say anything and you come home and you deal with it like that, that maybe they have a trouble situation at their house they need your help with?
It could be like that.
What do you think, Xavier?
I think that would be the situation, and they would still get angry about it and take it out on some people in my school. But they have always told me. But I just told them to ignore it and stop bullying people.
So if you see bullying that's not happening to you, what do you do?
You help the person and you tell the other person to stop bullying and ask them what's the situation.
And what do you do if you see bullying?
If I see bullying, I start being like, okay, this doesn't look right. Maybe I should go help them. And after I help them a little bit, I say, okay, we either go to the teacher or we go to the counselor's office so they can work it out.
For me, I think the strongest person is the first person to go to. And that's an adult or someone with authority, because now they can see it. And they don't have to think someone's lying on someone else. They've seen it for themselves. And that's without even addressing the situation. It keeps you safe because it's anonymous. And it keeps the other person safe to where if they need help, they can get help too. The bully and the person that's being bullied or the victim. So you guys, it's been a great conversation. It's been wonderful talking to you. I look forward to maybe some other things that we could talk about and share with our Igniters. So you guys, let me know what you think about what we talked about today. Let's ignite the conversation. We sincerely hope that you enjoyed the show. It was a blast discussing the topics you want to hear about. Let's continue the conversation. You can join the group on Facebook. There are over 500 Igniters waiting to continue the conversation with us. If you'd like to join us for a podcast, send us an email because we would love to chat with you. Ignite the You, ignite the conversation.